All right, everybody, we're back doing some modern today.
Modern.
Yes. So, what?
Squish.
He's a little squooshed right now. He's doing the boopster squoosh. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to roll this dice. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then the number that it lands on, we're going to reveal our top card of our libraries. And if whoever has the highest letter of that number goes first.
So, like, alphabetical is A higher than B?
Yes.
Or it's not their numerical place in
No.
Okay.
Ace is high. All right. So, 2.
Dues.
So, I've got an A.
I got an L.
And you've got an L. So, I think Narcomoebas have it. So, I'll go
L
first.
for loser.
We'll see you in game 1. All right. Game 1.
And
Show my hand. Hopefully it shows up without the glare. I'd also like to say that the deciding who goes first idea was made by one Hank the Obese Dog.
he's a pretty blubby fellow.
Which, honestly, half of me just picked it for the name because it's a great name. But anyway, so I'll be going first. We're going to lead with the Wooded Foothills. Crack that. Going to 19. And I'm going to fetch up
Stomping
around untapped. Going to 17. And then we're going to cast the Faithless Looting. So we're going to draw 2 cards.
And then
we're going to discard 2 cards. And I think those 2 cards are going to be Golgari Grave Troll and Bloodghast. 2 pretty good discards. And I'll pass the turn.
Can't go wrong if you have double excellent things.
By the way, I'm playing a Dredge deck.
Yeah.
I never actually said that, but it should be
And I'm
obvious.
playing,
Dump
the
the
deck
hand
that
deck.
does this.
Dumphand.deck.
Not super dumpy, but
Well, you dumped four things.
Sure,
It's
go.
that's like half because you drew a card. I'm gonna Grave Troll. Dredging 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
well, I think I see part of your winning condition there.
Yes, the Craterhoof a Behemoth.
And another grave troll.
Yes,
Because
that too. Grave Trolls are always just excellent.
now if you have another faithless looting,
Excellent specimens.
you can already dredge 6 immediately.
Pretty much. However, I do not have that. So what I'm going to do is cast a Llanowar Mentor. So this is kind of a card that you probably don't see that often. It's a 1/1 for 1, and you can pay a green and discard a card, tap it, to put essentially a Llanowar Elf token into play. It's pretty cool. But it has a great synergy with this deck because it nets you mana and lets you it's like a discard outlet. It's perfect.
It's also a creature that improves Craterhoof Behemoth.
That too, and it generates creatures. And we'll play a tap Temple Garden, which will fetch me back this Bloodghast. And I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Inkmoth Nexus.
Mm-hmm.
Cranial Plating.
Oof, painful.
Quip.
To Ornithopter.
I guess it should go the other way.
So let's equip the
4.
plating with an Ornithopter.
5, sorry.
Yeah. So,
Darksteel's an artifact.
obviously not blocking that. We'll go to 12.
Enter go.
Okay. So we're going to untap. We're going to go ahead and dredge this Grave Troll. Light from the Loam, Wooded Foothills, Grove of the Burnwell, Sacred Foundry, Narcomoeba, and Greenseeker. So, Narcomoeba triggers, gets put into play. When it's put into the graveyard from your library, you may put it into play. For anyone
It's
that
also
doesn't know
a
what it
flying
does.
chump blocker.
That too. And we've got ourselves a troll. So, what to do here? I think first what we're going to do is attack for 2.
18.
Next, always do that because Bloodghast can't block anyway, so that's why that happened.
And if they feel like trading something, then you can just play your land.
And next, I'm going to cast a Life from the Loam. So return up to 3 target lands from my graveyard to my hand. And that's going to be Grove of the Burn Willows, Sacred Foundry, and Wooded Foothills. So let's go to my hand, to the graveyard. And then we will play our Grove of the Burn Willows and pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
And hopefully not die this turn. Very possible.
Nexus. Ravager.
Oof. Alright. Hopefully I don't get ravaged too hard.
Well, when you have the plating, it kind of feels weird to sacrifice artifacts.
That's true.
5 in the air.
5 in the air. Well, it's actually more than 5 because you played a Ravager.
Right, 6 in the air now.
Are we in Narcomoeba chump block mode? My guess is no. So, and I don't think you have a Ravager kill. Seeing that if you sacrifice stuff, it basically does nothing.
Yeah.
So, I will take it, going to 6. It was 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yes. Going 2. Tapping this for the Springleaf Drum.
Sure.
Make Arcbound Ravager.
Oof.
6/6 now.
Use a 6/6.
Enter go.
That's a cool interaction, by the way, the fact that he deals with counters, so even if you turn him into a base 5/5, counters still matter, like, you know what I mean? So, we're going to untap. Oh, we're not going to untap. We're going to pay green. You can gain a life.
Woo! 19.
We're going to activate our Land War Mentor, discarding an Unburial Rites, and getting a Land War Elf token. Now, we could use Fusties for this, but this is just classy right here, using an actual Land War Elf. So, then we're going to untap.
And none of this new art, new border stuff either, apparently.
I think we are still going to dredge. So we will dredge Life from the Loam. Yes. So, 1, 2, and 3. 2 Bloodghast. That's pretty good. So we get that back. We will then play... can you do anything nutty to me? Probably not. We will play Sacred Foundry untapped, go into 4.
Yep.
The landfall trigger gets back 2 Bloodghasts.
No haste, at least.
No haste, but they do net quite a bit of damage.
+2/+2 to the creature that can attack. Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to pay 4, colorless on this, to flashback an Unburial Rites, returning Craterhoof Behemoth to the battlefield.
Giving all creatures +7/+7.
+7/+... yes. +7/+7. Now these ones can't attack. These ones can attack. So we will send in for 8. And then 9, so 17. I don't know why I'm lumping it this way. It's probably easier to just lump it this way. So these all have 8. This has 9. And this has 12.
Well, I have 1 blocker available, so I think that's lethal.
I mean, you could sacrifice all your artifacts to make them bigger, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, he could eat 1 thing. But
it's true. Yep.
Still die to the crack.
All right. So, that was actually a pretty good showing for this deck. So, that was game 1, and we will see you in game 2. All right. Game 2. Game 2.
2.
2D. You know, we gotta do something about these other lights, because I think there's a pretty bad glare on these when we try and show off the hands. Even more diffusers.
Even more.
Yeah.
Can never have enough.
Inky. Springy. Thoptery. Orny.
That's Orny?
Orny. He looks pretty orny.
Yeah.
Doesn't he, Mr. Boopster?
Sure, go.
Okay. Gonna draw a card. We're gonna play a Wooded Foothills. Crack it. Go to 19. That will fetch up
something.
Don't really want to take a ton of damage, but it's probably right to get a Stomping Ground untapped. Going to 17. And then we're going to lead with a Green Seeker. So, much like Llanowar Mentor, this is a 1-mana 1/1. You can pay a green, tap it, discard a card. But this one, you search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it to your hand, then shuffle. So it doesn't make creatures for...
But it still ramps mana.
It ramps mana. It doesn't ramp it. It lets you hit all your land drops. But it thins, which is nice for... Because you probably don't want to, dredge 6 lands off of a...
That is true.
Grave Troll or whatever, so yeah. Cute. Obviously, the Mentor is a little bit better, but this one can fix you. If you need it.
This is my budget Glimmering Void.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's worth noting. That we didn't want to shovel out the extra bucks.
We got the Ravagers, but we didn't get the Glimmer Voids. Yeah. So City Brass is like the same thing.
Well, it's like... Yeah,
it's not.
I mean, Ravager makes it into some vintage decks. So there's that.
It's true.
Like Frobots. It's in Frobots.
Yeah, Ravager's played in multiple decks. Glimmer Void really isn't.
And we've already done Affinity one other time, so I can't see us doing it again very soon.
Probably true. So, fortunately, have to take my life. Go to 19. Cranial plating.
Well, I mean, can you really use the word unfortunate when you got that?
4.
Yeah. We will go to 13.
Enter go.
Ouchies. So we're going to go ahead and untap. My question is... No, we're just going to draw a card.
No Dredger to discard.
No Dredger to discard. We're going to use our Green Seeker, discarding a Bloodghast, to search for a basic land. And we're going to get a mountain. Now, obviously, a lot of times you're going to rather want to do this on end step instead of your opponent's end step, rather, instead of main phase like I'm doing here. But, if you need to hit your land drop, it's pretty useful. Or if you have a Bloodghast, especially.
Yeah.
So I'll play a mountain, get back this Bloodghast.
Gasty.
And I believe I will pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Playing Inkamoth Nexus.
Yup. Got yourself an Inky.
Is that right? Or is this right? Taking another damage.
Sure.
Steel Overseer.
All right.
Attack you for 6.
We're going to Lightning Axe Ornithopter, discarding Life from the Loam.
That is a Dredger.
It is a Dredger. It's not a great Dredger, but it is a Dredger.
Steel Overseer.
Yep. Oh, 2 Overseers. Okay.
If you didn't have the Lightning Axe, I was going to have them activate themselves for 2 more damage, but you had the Axe.
Well, yeah. And you can't right now anyway, they don't have haste.
No. No, like they were just going to pay for themselves to activate just so Ornithopter had 2 more damage. That's why I waited on the Steel Overseer.
I see what you're saying. All right. So we're going to untap. We're going to go ahead and dredge Life from the Loam, which is Dredge 3. Hit a Rights, a Foothills, and a Lightning Axe. All right. So then, it's pretty much safe to do this. Attack with the Bloodghast.
16.
Always kind of a freebie if you have lands. Then, We're going to discard a life from the loam to fetch up. Where are you, my friend? Probably right at the beginning, isn't it? No? Oh, I passed it once. Basic forest.
Basic forest.
It's ever so basic. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Blip, blip, blip.
See, I blame Mr. Boopster for that. He's throwing me off a little bit. He's throwing me off my A game.
I mean, have you looked at him?
Yeah. So, then we're going to play that forest that we grabbed. And we're going to cast a Llanowar Mentor. And then I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Question is, does he have a lava axe? Lightning axe.
If I had a lava axe, you'd be fine.
Yeah, if he had a lightning. Activate Inkmoth Nexus.
Sure.
Swing for 1.
No blocks?
Attach.
Sure.
Double pump.
Lightning axe. Discard Green Seeker. You have another Nexus and can just do that again, but that is worth noting. Whew, boy.
Enter go.
Don't forget about this.
I guess, yes, they are pumped.
Okay. So, we're going to untap. We're going to dredge life from the loam. 1, 2, 3.
It's an Archamoeba.
Poop out an Archamoeba. That goes to her hand. And so does life. That's what the card I was talking about. There's really nothing great in our graveyard right now. Garrett, what life total? 16?
16.
Yeah. I'll just send in Blood Gas since he can't block anyway.
Go to 14.
Always a safe bet. We're then going to... So I don't really have much else going on. We're going to cast Life from the Loam, returning Temple Garden, Wooded Foothills, and Wooded Foothills to our hand.
Got to restock there.
Yes. Very important. We're then going to play a tap Temple Garden and pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. It's kind of a freebie.
Sure.
Thought cast.
You got it. Whew, that's a big Nexus.
Activate Nexus.
Yep.
Swing.
Well, I'm obliged to chump block since I do believe I'm dead if I do not.
And yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
It's not like I can trample over it.
No.
Your go.
Okay. End of turn. I will Llanowar Mentor, discarding Wooded Foothills, turning it into a Llanowar Elves. Okay, so this Life from the Loam basically has to hit
An Archamoeba.
an Archamoeba or a win this turn, which I think I could do. So we're going to go ahead and dredge life from the loam. So Behemoth or Archamoeba? Bloodghast, Faithless Looting, Bloodghast. Those were decent.
Yeah.
I
mean, you can Faithless Looting, but then
can
you
looting,
don't have the win.
Yeah. Let me think here. So I can go for like Narcomoeba, I suppose. That's really my only shot. Is that the best thing I can do? I mean, alternatively, so let me think here. Okay, so if I make the extremely pathetic play of Unburial Rightsing Narcomoeba, I can chump block to survive. However, you do have an Ornithopter and Active Overseer, so I don't think that would be enough.
You could use the ability of Greenspeaker Llanowar to discard Life from the Loam and then Faithless Looting, replacing one of the draws with Life from the Loam.
Well, that was,
and then that maybe gets you.
That was my A plan actually, but I'm just trying to think of like is it better to make a chump blocker? But no, I'm pretty sure Ornithopter kills me even no matter what with the counters and all the artifacts that you have access to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 potentially,
and then 3 counters.
Yeah.
So it's only 11. Then you do have to tap everything, and you could have more artifacts in hand. Of course, that's a really pathetic play that I don't really want to make, so I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to Unburial Rights?
No, I don't think. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate this Greenseeker, discarding Life from the Loam. The reason I'm choosing Greenseeker over Mentor is to do like 1 card of Finning. It's not great, but
get you 2 Bloodghasts.
Well, I had lands anyway from the last time I cast Life from the Loam, so
I guess that true.
Wasn't really an issue. But I'm just doing this for the Finning. Okay, cut me for luck. All right. So, here's what we're gonna do. Probably right to tap like this. We're gonna cast ourselves a Faithless Looting, flashbacked. So, for the first draw, we're gonna dredge Life from the Loam. Now, this is a really cool interaction with Faithless Looting, is that you can...
It's draw 1, then draw 1.
More or less, because, like, okay, so you do this, right?
Yeah.
And if you hit another dredger, go again.
Yeah, exactly.
And
the draws are separated.
And then on your 2 discards, you discard your dredgers for the next turn. It's not going to matter in this case. So, Moment of Truth, Life from the Loam, Bloodghast, Breeding Pool, Greenseeker.
Well, you can have a full play set of Bloodghasts on the field.
That's true. So, second draw, I can't really hit anything. Sorry, that went to my hand, not to the graveyard. So my second draw is an actual draw. Not that that matters, although that would have been great in there. And then we go to discard 2. So it's going to be Life from the Loam and Stinkweed Imp, since we can't actually cast Stinkweed Imp.
Ooh.
It would be good in this situation,
it would be.
But we can't actually cast it.
You got 1 green.
Yeah. So, I mean, Overseer just numbs on him, but they won't have haste anyway because you're 14, correct?
Yes.
So I'll attack you for 2.
I'll block, activate Inkmouth Nexus, tap, put counter on everyone.
Sure. And if anyone's wondering, the reason I did that is just for the awesomeness factor of playing a plains and going blur, 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 blur. All right.
Blah, 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 blah.
So
4 Bloodghasts.
4 Bloodghasts. I will pass the turn.
Untap.
If only
Draw.
Dread Return was legal in this format. Then I'd be sitting pretty, wouldn't I, Mr. Boopster?
Cast a Signal Pest.
All right.
I'll play a Mox Opal, replacing the Mox Opal.
Sure. Make yourself a Lotus Petal.
Activating Quoth Nexus.
You got it.
Pump.
Sure. Inky's at 5.
Swing.
Yeah.
You don't have red up.
No, I don't.
Go to 13.
Plus, you know it's in my hand because I left them alone.
I guess, yes, that is true. Attach that.
Yep. And I believe I will take a copious amount of poison
4
damage.
or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14 poison damage.
I think that's dead.
Actually. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. But I'm going to do this because it's funny. I'll discard a Wooded Foothills and make a Llanowar Elf token.
Yay.
And take lethal. All right. So that was game 2. And we will see you in game 3. All right. The third of the matches. And by matches, I mean games, because there's only one match. And I'm on the play. So we're going to lead with a Grove of the Burn Willows and pass the turn.
Exciting.
A Grove of the costs way too much money right now. Ooh, boy. Oh, that's some stuff happening. Oh boy. There's more stuff happening. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez! Jeez! Are you done? No, you're not done.
Go.
Yeah. Okay.
This is what Affinity does best.
Well then. You know, I could save this, but I'm not going to. So you can gain a life.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll Lightning Axe the Signal Pest because it actually does the most damage in this board spin. And I'll discard a Stinkweed Imp, which is a Dredger.
Is true.
Which is the only reason I did that. So, my turn. We will Dredge Stinkweed Imp. That's a Dredge 5. So we're going to hit an Axe, Grove, Mentor, Heath, and Axe. Why? There goes
your removals.
Half of my removal. Well, actually, 2/3 of my removal because I already cast one. Really? Oh boy, this is not going well.
Not shaping up to be
no,
as exciting as you hoped.
Not quite. Yeah. Temple Garden tapped. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Thought cast again.
All right. This is the part where you just dump a plating and like I have a little aneurysm.
Unfortunately, no.
What do you mean unfortunate? You want me to have an aneurysm? That's just rude. That's
2.
a rude thing to do. I'll take 2. 18.
Sure, go.
Okay, so there's nothing in there, and there's no way to discard. So we're going to draw a card. Okay. Play another Grove of the Burn Willows and pass the turn.
Yeah, this hand looked amazing, and then it doesn't actually have any reach. Oh.
Did you found some reach?
Here's some reach.
Okay.
Slow reach.
It's slow reach.
2.
Check for 2. I will go to 16.
And
you'll never guess what I drew. Go ahead and gain a life. Lightning Axe, the Steel Overseer, discarding Stinkweed Imp.
Well, I mean, now you don't have any removal.
That's true, but I was
That's
probably
impressive.
It's pretty impressive. So we're gonna go ahead and untap.
1 in your starting hand, 2 in the top 5, or well, I guess 3 in the top 6.
So we're gonna imp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was actually a good dredge. So we go ahead and get that Narcomoeba. And we'll put all these dupsters into the graveyard. So now what we're going to do is we're going to let you gain a life. Tapping for red.
23.
Tap those 2 for colorless.
Faithless
and we're going to cast a Faithless Looting from the graveyard. So with our first draw, we're going to Dredge Golgari Grave Troll, which is Dredge 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty good.
E.
Pretty decent. And with our second dredge, we're going to get the other grave troll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Another
Narcomoeba. Another faithless looting, if we ever needed to rebuild. Put those in our hand. And what to do here? Let's see. Do we have anything in here? No. Just our narcomoebas. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Ooh, that's not what we like to see.
That's not what we like to see?
No, it isn't.
That's what I like to hear.
Sure go.
Oh boy.
Don't really want to lose my Mem Knights, so.
True. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and dredge. I think at this point you pretty much have to dredge Life from the Loam. Because I need the lands. So that will get Bright's Bloodghast Mentor. Not bad at all. We will then colorless cast Life from the Loam, which will get back Gemstone Mine, Plains, and
Swamp.
Is there a basic swamp in there?
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a
there
swamp.
is. Swamp.
Swamp.
Put those in our hand. Then the graveyard. We're then going to play a swamp, getting back a Bloodghast, and I believe that's the only one in there. So, getting back a Bloodghast. And I could attack you for 2. That doesn't seem terrible. I don't know what you could do at instant speed. So we'll attack you for 2 in the air.
Well, I'll block one of it.
Sure.
Go to 22.
Pass the turn. Never know if that would ever matter. It might.
Tough turn. You're probably still too slow, dude. Get a Steel Overseer again.
Ooh, there he is. There he is.
And he gives trample, so there's not too much to...
Gonna attack me for 2. I will go to 14.
Enter go.
So we're gonna untap. We're going to dredge. Is this the biggest one in here? I think it is. Life from the Loam for 3. Jeez. Everything's lumped today.
Apparently. I didn't get the good lump. Like, I didn't get like 3 equipments. Or...
No, there were definitely better lumps to be had than these lumps. So you're at 22. So I'd make a 9 and 2 5, so 19. Yep, I believe it's enough. So we'll play a basic Plains from our hand, getting back no Bloodghasts.
No Bloodghast for you.
And I think tapping the Groves for colorless. We're just going to cast them Burial Rites, because, the other 3 are in here, but that's no fun. And that's going to be targeting Behemoth, clearly.
Well, Behemoth can go on the field.
Okay, sure. So,
in response to the pump trigger, I'm going to kill one of the Narcomoebas.
With a Galvanic Blast.
Deals 4 damage, not enough to just kill the...
Okay, so, but does this count afterwards, or has it already counted? As it triggered? That's what I'm wondering. So when it enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain trample and +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. So is X determined when it enters, or is X determined on resolution?
Determined on resolution.
Okay. So, that'll work. Narcomoeba down. So, Craterhoof now gives +3/+3 and trample to everybody. So, we're obviously going to attack for 8, and then 12, and then 17.
Ugh. Am I obliged to block 2 of it? No. I'm going to go 5.
Okay. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Cast a Volt Scourge.
A little late to the party.
Just a little.
Does have lifelink.
He does have lifelink. Enter go.
So we're gonna go ahead and untap. Do we dredge a troll here? I think we do. We're gonna dredge a troll.
Please don't hit the other behemoth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we
Needed
get
that.
a Nakameba. And troll goes to there. Okay. So that one can't attack this turn. What to do here? There's no real nice way of being
No,
able
you don't
to
have any
do that
lightning
again.
or lightning axes. Those are all gone.
That is true. There aren't any lightning axes.
And you definitely have the Umburial rights.
Yes.
You just don't have the Craterhoof behemoth. He better be on the bottom of the library. That's all I'm hoping for.
So let me see here. Send in. You're at 5 currently.
E.
You've got a scourge, which can be pumped to gain 2. I will attack you for 7.
Well, here, I think we're going to put I order the blockers, correct? Or do you?
I order the blockers.
You order the blockers.
Yes.
That's annoying.
And a pump.
Pump.
All right. You've pumped your chumps.
Because he doesn't have trample anymore.
No, he
just
doesn't.
got haste.
Just haste. Yep, that sounds good to me. Blood gas down. We're then going to play. Let me just see here. I think what we're going to do is tapping the groves for colorless and the temple garden for green. We're going to cast the Golgari Grave Troll. So he comes into play with +1/+1 counter for each creature in my graveyard, and I can pay 1 to remove a counter to regenerate him. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 creatures. So he's a 9/9.
Ugh. That's no bueno.
I'm just going to do that. And then I will play a Gemstone Mine, triggering Landfall, which gets me back a Bloodghast. And I think that was the only one in here. Yes, it was.
One Bloodghast.
And it does give me some regeneration. I will pass the turn.
Untap. Come on, cranial plating. Not asking for much here.
There are 4 copies still in the library.
That's not cranial plating.
It's a Thopter. You are correct in your assessment.
Attack you for 2.
Which can become 3, so there's no sense in blocking. So I will take it. Pumping? No pumping?
No pumping. Not yet.
Go to 12.
He may need the block, so
Sure.
I'll just go up to 7. Enter go.
Gonna untap.
Probably troll. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yep. Gonna go ahead and troll.
Please don't. Please don't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yes! Save for another turn, maybe.
You avoided the trample.
Avoided just dying.
So we'll go ahead and get that troll. Yeah. A lot of stuff. Just not great stuff. So we've got 2 Thopters, which can easily eat these Narcomoebas once again. So there's not really a good reason to attack with them. Jeez.
There's definitely no reason to not attack with your...
No. I will attack you for 14.
Ornithopter. Memnite. Pump.
Sure.
I'm going to raise the ones that aren't immediately dying.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, you cannot raise them enough to survive this onslaught.
Oh, no. Yeah. Next.
I'm not... Yeah.
Yeah. Next turn, this Ornithopter's big enough.
Yes.
Oh, no, he's... Yeah.
Just for this one.
No, he's not still.
Oh, is he not still?
He's just a 2/4 at the moment. I don't know why I thought he was a 0/3.
We're going to tap these 2. That's for colorless. That's for green. We're going to cast Life from the Loam, which will get back Forest, Stomping Ground, and Mountain to my hand. And then we have not played a land, so we're going to do so. It's going to be a forest. And then, tapping that for colorless, we will cast another Grave Troll. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 also.
Well,
that's yeah.
1 creature has died since then. Or rather been dredged.
Yes. Okay. And that's all. Phew.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Is it plating?
No. It's Vault Scourge.
Vault Scourge. It makes the math annoying.
It does. Is it still right to attack here? Or... Yeah, it is. Attack you for 3.
Attack me for 3. Well, there's no sense blocking that, so I'll take it. Is it just 3?
Yes.
Go to 9.
I think Steel Overseer is about to perform chump duty. And play a Mox Opal.
Sure.
And your go.
Because why not?
No point holding it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and untap. And then we're going to dredge. Probably Stinky. I'm thinking Stinky.
Stinky's the biggest.
He's the biggest thing. So dredge 5. Life. Ghast. Narcomoeba. Foothills. Foothills. Get back the Narcomoeba. Those go to the graveyard.
You do have a 1/2 Death Touch flyer. Or essentially Death Touch.
Yeah, it's not technically Death Touch.
It's combat damage only.
Still missed on the Behemoth. What do we have left in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards, huh? Okay, well, how bad could our luck possibly be, is the question here. It could be pretty bad. So, 7 cards, that is. Let me just read how Dredge works. So if you would draw a card instead, you may put exactly 3 cards from the top of your library into your graveyard. If you do, return this card to... otherwise,
so it has
draw
to be
a card.
exact.
Okay. So you can't over-dredge.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't have any trolls in here. So I could be very, very unlucky.
Are you going to Faithless Looting?
I'm going to Faithless Looting.
Oh, God.
But the thing is, if Behemoth is the last card, I don't get it.
Or second last card, right?
No, because I can draw it off of
oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
thing.
So,
yeah.
I want to look.
No, you don't get to look.
Fine.
That's cheating. You know, no cheating.
Yeah.
If I had a Grave Troll, it'd be like perfect, but I do not. So, what we're going to do...
You could, I shouldn't tell you this, just regenerate him a bunch of times. Remove a counter. Oh, you have to pay mana, too.
I have to pay mana to do that. And then I won't be able to actually do anything.
Do it anyway.
No! That's not going to occur. So we're going to use the gemstone mine for the red.
Don't want to give me life?
No. And we're going to cast Faithless Looting from our graveyard. Okay.
You gotta
I have to pick when I'm dredging, yes. And it's going to be Stinky. Stinky, don't fail me now.
You didn't have 2 life from the loams? Oh, no, I guess life from the loams.
It's less, so Stinky's
well, 3
5.
and 3, I was thinking.
Do I have 2 life from the loams? Yeah, I suppose that's an option. That actually might be better.
Yeah, because doesn't that just hit everything?
Yeah, that hits everything. I don't
No,
no, I mean, either way, it's going to work out the same, but this has one more chance of putting it in the graveyard, which is actually what I wanted. So, yeah, good thinking.
I shouldn't be helping you.
Well, it's, you know, we're having fun. So, Life from the Loam, Dredge 3, Seeker, Behemoth, Foothills. That'll do it.
That'll do.
And, just in case it doesn't, I'm actually going to draw off my second one. Was this one this was still in the graveyard, and that one's in my hand. Okay. So we're going to draw off the second Faithless Looting. And then we're going to discard 2 cards. 2 Bloodghasts. And then we're going to play a Mountain. Getting back
Bunch of Bloodghasts.
And then
they do unfortunately just have haste.
They do, because you are 10 or less.
I'm a
Temple
10.
Garden for white. Grove for colorless. You're going to actually find the card. Unburial Rites, Craterhoof, Behemoth.
If you had to use a Grove, you'd put me to 11. And then you'd lose.
And then the Bloodghast wouldn't have haste, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Never did.
Never mattered.
Okay, yeah, so that's a lot of
grave
damage. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 creatures in play. So each of these have plus 11, plus 11.
I can gain 2 life.
You can gain 2 life.
And
so,
I can chump 5,
16,
6, 7, 8,
32,
9, 10. So
52, 72.
Those are some big numbers.
84.
That's not a cranial plating.
95.
That's not a cranial
96.
plating. It's not a cranial plating. Not a cranial plating.
And then
that's not a cranial
26.
Plating. Jeez, and this looked like such
50,
a beautiful hand. It just
52.
It just had to use the thought cast to find.
And it's a lot of
cranial
damage.
plating, and it never did.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You just take all the damage. So I can put a giant number up in the thing. That'll be funny. All right.
I'm a chump.
Oh, that's no
10 of it.
Oh, now you're making me do math. That's no fair.
No, you got to do the math.
I'm not doing the Mr. Boopster can do the math. He looks like he's math ready.
These guys are blocking.
I just have to make my life difficult.
Just 3 cards.
And by mine, I mean Mr. Boopsters. Let's see what they were anyway. Some Seekers in a Grove. He can survey the situation. He's off. He's not even in frame right now.
Well, his body is.
Yeah. So that was Affinity versus Dredge. They got a really bad record. Like this is the second time we played it, and it's lost both times.
I mean, Jeske ascendancy
sure.
really wasn't.
I don't know if that really counts.
And this one, it was like, oh yeah, this is a beautiful hand. You know, thought cast. Sees another thought cast.
You dumped all your hand on the first turn. I don't know how you didn't win.
Didn't have a cranial plating, and you just conveniently had all your lightning axes for the 2 slow robots.
2. I only cast 2.
But you got the steel overseers both times.
That's true.
I had to wait for this one.
Yeah. All right.
And he was way too late.
So that was this crazy matchup, and we'll back next week with another crazy matchup of some sort, probably. And then the week after that, we crack some Battle for Zendikar.
Yeah.
Which will be a lot of fun.
Expeditions.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get some expeditions on camera.
Well, I mean, slightly more rare than a foil mythic.
Yes. That's like 1 in 6 boxes, right? I think that's what they said. Who cares? We'll save this discussion for a later date. Ciao.
See you next time.